Now to Obamacare, where this morning the Washington Free Beacon has footage on its website of a 2006 panel discussion featuring then-Senator Barack Obama. It includes a soundbite where the future president praises a group of academics, including economist Jonathan Gruber, who has been all over the headlines recently for saying that the stupidity of the American voter helped Congress pass health care.
You've already drawn some of the brightest minds from academia and policy circles. Many of them I've stolen ideas from liberally. People ranging from Robert Gordon to Austin Goolsbee, John Gruber, my dear friend Jim Wallace here, who can talk, I think, who can inform what are sometimes dry policy debates with a prophetic voice.
President Obama was less complimentary when asked about Gruber earlier this week.
I just heard about this. I get well briefed before I come out here. The fact that some advisor who never worked on our staff expressed an opinion that I completely disagree with in terms of the voters is no reflection on the actual process that was run.
Fact checkers at the Washington Post say Gruber earned almost $400,000 through contracts from the Health and Human Services Department. He also reportedly earned more than $2 million for an ongoing contract with HHS dealing with Medicare's prescription drug plan. The National Review puts the figure far higher, as in $6 million. It lists paychecks to Gruber from a number of states, including Vermont, Minnesota, and Michigan, to name a few. David Axelrod recently tweeted that, quote, if you looked up stupid in the dictionary, you'd find Gruber's picture. Yesterday, he went on Twitter to post one additional note on Gruber, adding, quote, his contributions to the ACA, like Governor Romney's Massachusetts plan, were valuable. His throwaway quips were offensive. Nancy Pelosi also drew attention for recently saying she doesn't know who Jonathan Gruber is, although she touted his work back in 2009. Joe?
I don't know where to start. I'm looking over this list of how much Jonathan Gruber made from the federal government. $103,000 from the Department of State. Of course, you talked about Minnesota. $392,600 from the Department of HHS. $1.73 million from the Justice Department, $2,050,000 from the U.S. National Institutes for Health. He's a guy that went into the White House, I believe, to help construct this plan dozens of times, at least a dozen times. And in fact, the president's own Organizing for America said that he helped, quote, write the Affordable Care Act.
Yeah.
If these people that are trying themselves out every couple days saying Gruber, who Gruber, what Gruber, where Gruber, Horton hears a Gruber, I don't hear a Gruber, they're embarrassing themselves. Nancy Pelosi saying she's never heard of Jonathan Gruber, and yet she's praising him at the height of the debate during the Affordable Care Act. Barack Obama doing this act, and I don't know who tells him it makes him look cool. It doesn't. It really makes him look out of touch. But how many times have we heard Barack Obama saying, oh, I just heard about this IRS scandal, or oh, I was just told about this VA scandal, and I'm mad too, or oh, I mean, for Barack Obama to say he's some advisor when his own team is saying he helped draft the bill, when he was at Brookings Institute and asked who he would put in charge of reform if he were president of the United States, and he said Jonathan Gruber for health care reform. I mean, this is, talk about taking a one-day story and making it a 1 week or 2 week story. They should have just come out and said, Jonathan Gruber, really smart guy, he helped us draft the bill. He's an idiot. It's obvious. There are obvious reasons why he's a tenured professor, because he's an idiot in front of cameras. But he's pretty smart behind cameras, and he helped us put together this package.
Exactly.
But they didn't do that. They're being too clever by half, and they're screwing things up for themselves. They can't get out of their way.
So here's the thing. You know, watching those two sound bites back to back of the president back when he first mentioned Gruber's name and then saying he didn't know him, I agree. Now he should say that guy's an idiot. Who here at this table doesn't think he's a jerk? He's a total jerk. He's completely a hypocrite, or whatever else.